What's up, Libra? This is Star. We're getting ready to do your March reading. So let's get started. We're going to do a freestyle reading. No real spread or intention here. I'm not. It's not going to be a love reading or a finance reading. It's whatever comes out. That is what it's going to be. Whatever messages come through for you. Okay. Let's see, Libra. Okay, let's take a look. What do we have for Libra? March 2021. What do they need to know? What does Libra need to know? So I feel like you've been through some changes in the past, Libra, where you may have felt like you put in a lot of effort and you didn't get what you felt you deserved. No matter how much you tried, okay? No matter how much you stood up for yourself, you felt as though perhaps people were taking advantage of you. And now you are ready for something new, or you've already embarked on a new adventure, a new beginning. Ooh, okay. So I do feel as though there's a bit of an issue here with, for some reason, with this card, the Fool. Okay, the Fool is the number 0 in the major arcana. I get this feeling like you're almost starting from scratch. Okay, we have here the 10 of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles in reverse, the Strength card, the Queen of Wands. I just feel like there's a sense of you didn't get what you expected, what you were working towards, what you felt you deserved. And so there was a leaving it all behind, a starting all over. But I'm not getting that this is a bad thing, you know. I feel as though the reason for this is because you know your worth, because you know that you deserve better. But I do feel as though you may feel stuck in this position of starting over, you know, or maybe you found yourself here before, over and over again, having to start all over again, and you're sick of it. You build up and then you have to start all over again. And here we are again, look, another new beginning. So yeah. It's really weird because it's almost like there's no reason for it, you know, that like on paper or anybody who would see you, Libra, would ask themselves why. Because you seem to have it all. You seem to have the confidence, the drive, the ambition, the charisma. You seem to have it all to be able to pull whatever you want, pull it off. But for some reason, it's like 3 steps forward, 2 steps back. Yeah, and it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. There's been a lot of uncertainty. There's been a lot of stress. I'm feeling this could be in any area, really. career-wise. This could be relationship-wise, because clearly we have the Three of Swords here. So there has been some heartbreak. Yes. There, something here ended that... I feel you still have this on your mind. You're still carrying this with you. This heartbreak, it's still with you. As much as you want to hide it, as much as you want to try to start over and you know, pretend like it's all okay and you're doing fine, and you may be doing fine, okay? But this is still there. Can't just sweep that under the rug. It is still there. The one thing, though, that I keep seeing that I love about you, Libra, is that you never lose sense of who you are. Which is great, because not everybody has that. You know, people sometimes go through these ups and downs, and the downs really make them feel like they're worthless. It makes them completely change their image of themselves and makes them question their worth. And I don't see you questioning your worth. I just see you asking why you, why all these lessons, why all these harsh experiences, why always having to start over after so much effort. Let's see. Yeah, here you are. Look. So you find yourself alone. Some of you have been, I feel like some of you had let go of a commitment, a relationship. Could have been a marriage for some of you, or just a committed relationship. Or this could have been, if it's not a relationship, you could have left like a family home. A place where you felt very much supported, and now all of a sudden you feel completely alone. And it's very emotional for you, very, very emotional process. But there's a sense that you gave this up. There is a sense that there was something about this situation that, although maybe on the surface it all looked okay, it all looked beautiful, but there was something about it that for some reason you knew you had to move on. This was not for you. That you knew that there was something else for you, but you don't know why. Destiny is at play here. This new beginning, it was destined for you, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It was destined for you. Major changes. Not that the Two of Pentacles would indicate a major change per se. It does indicate change. It indicates more so a lack of balance, a lack of stability. But around that, there's a sense of like wanting to hold on to what has always been, to this constancy, right? Is that even a word, constancy? Anyway, you know what I mean. Routine. I have a feeling that has something to do with this, because there's something to be said about comfort zone. You know, the comfort zone feels really nice and cozy and warm and fuzzy, but it does nothing for your growth, whether it be your physical growth as far as, like working out or, in that sense. If you are just walking on the treadmill for half an hour at the same pace, you're probably not going to do much. You might at a certain point, but then you're going to plateau and you're really not going to do a whole lot. Most people, would know that. And that goes for like most areas in life. If you just do what you have always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And that's just it. And so I feel as though there may be an issue here with you getting complacent, with complacency being a part of your life. And there needing to be a reason to push you out of it. I not to say that you're forced out of it. In some situations, I do feel that you are, but I feel like ultimately you do make that final decision, of course. So you do ultimately push yourself out of that comfort zone. But this is about teaching you not to have to wait until that final moment when it's a must, when it's way overdue. This is about anticipating beforehand, when it's time for growth, when it's time for something new, just for your own benefit, for your own growth, for your own, and I'm getting spiritual growth as well. What else? Yeah, spiritual growth I feel is a huge part of this. There were definitely experiences that needed to be embarked upon that you wouldn't have otherwise, had you not gone through what you've just been through. Yeah. Some of you may have been through some difficult relationship that kind of crashed and burned. But there was a purpose to that as well. Yeah. Again, there was a purpose. There was a purpose to that as well. What that purpose was, it's going to be different for each of you. And that's for you to find out. But that was destined. Absolutely. That relationship that didn't work out, that was destined to happen. There was something to be learned about that. And learned about yourself. Who you really were. What your triggers are. Why you do the things that you do. All of those things that you hold so close, that you don't really tell other people, that you don't discuss, that people really don't ask about. Those really personal questions, those things that you don't even, maybe even stop to think to yourself. This was all meant to be contemplated and illuminated. Let's see. Well, that's a big one. Let's see what all this is. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. I'm seeing a situation here that I feel as though you may have been involved in a situation. It could have been a romantic relationship. It could have even been a friendship, or this could have been a family member. But I feel as though for the most part it was a romantic relationship. But I'm seeing a situation here that this was meant to be. You were meant to take this slowly. You were meant to take this. You were meant to have more fun with this situation, or with this person, or with these people. In order for you to feel these people or this person out on a deeper level. And by the way, if I'm talking about a relationship, this may be like multiple relationships. Okay, so it may be like your last relationship, but it may also be indicative of your last 3 relationships, or it may be like a pattern of relationships. I feel like there's a tendency to rush certain things that are not meant to be rushed. And where the complacency comes in is that you almost sell yourself short when you do that, right? When we're rushing into relationships, whether it be romantic or even friendships, we're not giving ourselves the opportunity to establish a set of criteria as to who gets to stay in our lives and who doesn't. It's basically, oh, you're here, okay, let's go, let's get married, or let's just move forward, and it clearly, you hit a brick wall with that situation. Why? Because you didn't take the time that was indicated, that was meant to be taken to really feel this out. In those moments, even though you're well aware of your value, of your worth, in those moments where you rush these situations, you're selling yourself short. You're not really honoring your worth or your value. And so in doing that, people may have grown suspicious. People may have turned away because of the fact that there was such a rush. There was such an urgency, a pushiness, and it led to heartbreak. That's what I'm seeing here. And it was unnecessary. It makes me sad, because I don't really pick up that you have a self-esteem problem. So that's why I feel like it was so unnecessary. It shouldn't have been, but it was. So where does this all stem from? If you don't have a self-esteem problem, you do have somewhat of a good sense of self-worth, then there must be a sense of fear somewhere in your subconscious, and that's exactly what needs to be discovered. That's what you need to take the time to find out what that is. What makes you rush into situations to just crash and burn and have to start all over again? Because it's really holding you back, Libra. And again, this may, right now I'm seeing this in relationships, but this may apply in career. This may apply in many aspects of your life. Yeah. See, this right here to me says a measured approach. Temperance. Waiting things out. But that King of Wands, that King of Wands, it's very difficult for this King of Wands, even though this King of Wands has this energy around him, right? Of Six of Pentacles is about balance as well, as is the Temperance. Both of these cards are about balance, but the King of Wands is about action and passion and drive and go, go, go. But look what happens when you take that approach. And so this is really about taming that beast. There is this beast within you that needs to be tamed because it has been affecting. You have felt the consequences of this. I'm almost feeling as though, yes, okay. I feel this has a lot to do, there's a lot of influence, outside influence. That is a reason, or at least in part, the reason why you take this approach is because you feel as though you feel, or either like you have something to prove, or you feel as though people are ahead of you, or you're not where you're supposed to be in life. You're concerned what people are saying about you or thinking about you. You're very, very much concerned about what the others are saying, what the others are thinking, when in reality, your concern should be on you, your thought process, and taming that beast, like I said. Yeah. A lot of you, this issue, this is like a FOMO, a fear of missing out situation for some of you. So you may be involved in a relationship or involved in any situation, not necessarily your relationship, but any situation. You're involved, you're doing this, and then it's like, oh, well, maybe I should pursue that because, my neighbor's doing such and such and they're doing really great. So, I know that I'm great. So I'm sure that I could do better than them. So let me go and do that. So again, scratch what I'm doing. Let me start over. And it becomes a pattern. And so you see all these seeds that have been planted, it just goes to waste. And this is just about you understanding and seeing that this is just time wasted, energy spent, not going anywhere. And here you are feeling bad about yourself because it's apparent to you at this time that you're not making any progress at all, or you haven't made any progress at all in quite some time because you keep having to start all over again. Even though you clearly have all this potential, you have everything that it would take to be successful in any realm, you know, whether it be career, whether it be romantically, in any realm. But you're stopping yourself, really. Yeah, yeah. This is about getting out of your head. Getting out of your head. Stop rushing to keep up with everybody else. Who gives a shit what everybody else is doing? This is about you. Your story. That's really it. Let me get some let's do this Moonology Oracle cards for you. See what guidance we have for Libra. You're very close to achieving your goal. Let me see. Let me read that for you. See what that means. What the heck? Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so it says the word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that a situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustment may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. Yeah. So let me just read you the additional meanings to this card. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move towards your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. So basically, focus on yourself, Libra. Focus on yourself and just keep at it. Stop getting distracted with everybody else around you, what they're all doing, what they're all saying. It really does not matter. I feel compelled to, I feel like you need another, let's do this one. Let's see what these cards have to say. Okay. Yeah. Nurture. As you nurture a child, you nurture your own inner child. Both activities are important for you right now. Take care of yourself. I feel like you're being too hard on yourself. You know your worth. You know what you can do. You have nothing to prove to anybody else. Just stay focused. Stop starting over. Just keep going. Stick to one thing. You can do this. All right, I hope this message was helpful to somebody out there. If you are interested in a private reading, you can always email me at eyesofthestarstarot@gmail.com. And all the information is in the description box below. Bye.